So, hello everyone. I am Diorbek and this is FinEcon. And today we are having, I can say, special guest. This episode, we are having Jahongir Norimov, who is an incoming consultant at Boston Consulting Group, and he has recently finished his MBA at one of the top universities in the world, Duke University. And today we will cover consulting industry as a whole and MBA application tips. So, Assalamu alaikum, Jahongir Ake. Thanks for accepting the invitation.
Yeah, walaikum assalam. Thanks for inviting. I'm happy to be here. And thanks for the great introduction.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And so I believe that not many people know about you, or maybe they never heard of you. And so can you firstly talk about yourself and so that people get to know? Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm from Uzbekistan, as you guess. I grew up in Fergana. I attended Westminster International University in Tashkent. I studied econ and finance there. During my studies, I thought like I'm going to become a university professor, a researcher, but COVID changed all my plans. I started thinking about more like business, and I started working at the Akfa Group in a corporate strategy division in a headquarters. So as you know, like Aqfa is really big company. We have businesses like still have in the like agriculture, healthcare, home appliances, jewelry production. Like we have like universities, like kindergarten, schools. We are also going to gold mining and exploring a lot of options. It was really great time for me to be at Aqfa because it was at the like after the COVID, so we have a lot of plans. We did a lot of like growth strategies, like long-term, short-term product developments. We did a lot of M&As in Uzbekistan, in Europe. It was a really great experience for me, and also we're preparing for company for to IPO in London. For now, I think it stopped after I left. In my last year, I did a lot of like supply chain work through our like warehouses and productions, and, like transportation. I really liked what I was doing. We had a really great team. In fact, three of my classmates started like there too, and now all of them like are finished their MBAs in top universities in the United States. Two of them at Duke with me, and one of them at Vanderbilt. I always wanted to do consulting in the future because I really liked what I was doing at Aqfa. I like the teamwork, the diversity of projects, and also I knew that I would have access to like a lot of like new clients, new companies. In consulting, if you do consulting, you have access to like all top Fortune 500 companies, and also the co-workers will be really brilliant and smart. And I really want to know how they operate, what kind of things they do, so that clients keep coming, and also develop the problem solving skills and the discipline that they have. So I started applying a lot of MBA programs. I got into probably 8 or 9. I don't remember exact number by this point, but all the usual suspects. I got into Yale, Dartmouth, Cornell, UCLA, Northwestern Kellogg, Duke, and several others. I don't remember exactly. And at the end, I was choosing between mostly Tuck and Duke because they gave me the same scholarship, and also they were like great schools for consulting. And at the end, I decided to come to Duke because I have friends, and also it's well recognized across the world. And I want to be like in South of the United States, so I chose to come Duke, and over the 2 years, it's been really great, fantastic experience. I have no regrets on choosing the school so far, so I'm really happy with my choice. It's been a great, fantastic year. And the thing is, once you start your MBA, recruiting starts really early. So in September, like I started my school in August 2023. In September, like 10th, probably we already have had our like coffee chats, company presentations, and you need to really master the like networking, small talk, make your like network, like the research about the companies and have to talk to them. You need to have your own like understanding of why you want to do consulting or you want to do like certain specific like office practice area. So it's been challenging, but still a lot of rewarding because I met a lot of companies. We had so many companies coming to our classes, and we had like a lot of coffee chats. I particularly like BCG because it kind of gave me opportunity to go back to Uzbekistan to work if I wanted to. So I mainly focused on BCG. We did so many coffee chats. I don't remember the exact count, like maybe like 20, like 25. So, and we did like office visits. I went to Dallas as I wanted to be there. We had a lot of like invite-only events. At the same time, I applied to different jobs in different industries. For example, I got offer from Eli Lilly. I got interviews from like Walmart, Marriott, like other like healthcare big companies like Amgen. But as I had my interview first with BCG and they gave me offer like after 4 hours of my interview, I decided to decline all other like invitations I had and decided to choose to come to BCG. Uh, and I interned last year there over the summer for like 10 weeks. It's been a great experience, to be honest. Like I thought like, yeah, like I worked in Aqfa, I studied at Westminster, probably I'm not good enough. And people will not give me like a return offer. I was so scared, honestly, but like it turned out to be really well. I really liked it and my team liked me. And the thing is like with BCG, you will get a lot of feedback on how you're doing, and in the midterm feedback, I got the highest like feedback rating among all interns that we had in the Dallas office. So it was kind of shocking, but and also made me realize that the person wants he or she can definitely achieve greatness. So then in the last day, they gave me offer to return back to start full time in September this year. So I'm happy that I'm going to start my full time job in September this year in the Dallas office. Well, at Fuqua, I'm involved in a lot of things. Sorry if it's going too long, but want to give like the broad picture. Yeah. So at Fuqua, I'm involved in a lot of things. I'm admissions interviewer, so I interviewed the second most candidates to the class of 2027 for MBA program. I did close to like 40 interviews. Besides that, I'm helping with the career management center. I had 4 people under me for the MBA program. And also we have different other programs called like MQM and MMS. It means Master of Quantitative Management and Master of Management Science. So I was mentoring close to like 30 people there to find jobs. It's been really rewarding to see how people find jobs, have to like prepare for the, like interviews, for the coffee chats, have to select the offices, the companies. And also this year I managed a client like consulting project for the MMS program. I worked with the Fidelity Investments or the 3 month. It's been also a great experience to managing, learning how to manage the projects in the United States and also how to manage people. But yeah, outside of school, here if you come, you will see like a lot of people are into sports. I started playing golf regularly, doing pickleball, playing like soccer on the Sundays. It's been great experience, especially like if you're into sports at Duke, because we have one of the best college basketball teams. A fun fact: the freshman Cooper Fleck, who played at Duke this year, made $23 million just playing for the college. That's crazy. Yeah, I finished it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really kind of interesting. $23 million. Yeah. Thank you for introducing yourself. That was really great introduction, and honestly better than I expected. And so today we can divide the conversation into like two parts, which I said earlier on, which is MBA and consulting. And we can start with MBA part. So first of all, why you decided to do MBA? Like what happened?
Yeah, as I've said, like in my like during like my last year at Westminster, I saw like I'm going to do PhD. I applied to a lot of like master's programs in econ, and I was almost certain to go, but COVID happened. And the thing is, like, I wasn't sure whether like I want to do like research, other things, because my grades in the like econometrics kind of important subjects related to math were not that great. And I went to my advisor at that time, and we had like long conversation about like what it will give me, what things I need to look for. And he told me like, you know what? Why don't you do like MBA? I'm like, I didn't know what this MBA is at the time. I said like, I don't know what is it. Can you explain? And he explained me different things, and he told me different stories of people who did MBA and working in a good companies. And it kind of was shocking. I went home. I had like different conversations with my friends, with different people. I reached out to a lot of people on LinkedIn to asking like, does MBA worth it? Like, do you recommend it, or like, what is it about? And after talking to them, I realized that yes, I don't want to do PhD. I want to be in a business which better suits me, like my skills and my like overall like goals. So I switched to MBA, and the main reason was I wanted to work in the consulting. So like consulting, once you are in MBA, you will have so many opportunities in many industries. As I've said, like I had like interviews with the like healthcare companies, with the energy companies, with the like groceries, everything. And also like consulting, you can choose between like investment banking too. So it was kind of great point to be in to decide like where I want to work. And also MBA is only one of the programs that gives like good scholarship to come to United States to study, so that I am not dependent on like Edur to Media Foundation, or like I don't like take a lot of loan. So I decided to do MBA because of those reasons.
Yeah, thanks. And early on, you mentioned about some of the great schools in the US, for example, Yale University, and also the one you just finished it, which is Duke, are really top universities. And so, what do you think? What made your application stand out so that they accepted to the MBA program? Can you share some of the application tips that
Yeah, sure.
other yeah, thanks.
There are several things that they look into application process. First, it is your GPA, not GPA, the GMAT score. It was really hard for me. I don't know why things happen. So it took me like close to like 2 years to get a good score on the GMAT. Like because I was working long hours and at the same time I want to prepare. And I got 730. Yeah, I think I got 730. And then it's first factor, because if it's lower than like 730, 720, it's really hard to get the good scholarship even if you get in. Then they look into your job experience. I feel like the most differentiator was the my work experience, because a lot of people have like good GMAT scores, and then like differentiation would come to the what you can bring like in terms of your personality experiences. So first was I worked in a big company in a corporate strategy, so that I know a lot of things about like different industries, how to optimize them, what kind of difficulties you will face when managing those processes, and also the management. And I also had like good promotions over the 3 years. I was getting promoted every year. And I also was managing several people under me, and I had like good recommendation from people. For example, one of my recommenders was the CFO of the company, and another was another MBA holder from the UNC. So he was working with us like on a separate project. So he wrote me a recommendation letter too. I think like those were like main differentiators to get the offer, and also they look into your like extracurriculars too. So what things you were doing like outside of the school. So I was leading several clubs at Westminster, like 180 Degrees Consulting. It's a non-profit consulting branch, like one of the largest in the world. And I also helped with the corporate social responsibility projects at Aqfa. For example, I don't know if you heard it or no, there is a dog shelter called Meher. Aqfa is the main sponsor, and I was responsible for the making plans for the operation and financial for the establishment of the dog shelter. So it was also really big thing in Uzbekistan. Like we invested a lot, and we're like financial supporting, making a lot of events. I think like these were like main reasons they hired me. And also I prepared for the interviews well, because my friend was already a student at Duke and he already knew like what things they pay attention to and like how to prepare for them. So I got a lot of help on the way too.
Yeah, thanks. Then we have on the bigger picture we have GMAT, which should be, I think it's a math and English exam like SAT, but it must be difficult than SAT. Then we have experience, as you said. You also did internship at Boston Consulting Group, which is also great company. And we have extracurricular activities. For example,
Yeah. My
the one
internship was after I got to MBA, so it was in my like
after.
after first year. So they didn't know that I will be working in the BCG. Yeah.
Okay, then that was Aqfa. That's still a
Yes.
large company in our country, even in Central Asia. And then you
Yeah.
mentioned extracurricular, like dog shelter, Meher. Yeah, I heard of it before when I was in Tashkent. And so, MBA is really expensive. I heard of it. And I know that not all schools give 100% scholarship. And can you tell about the process? Like, how did you financially plan for the MBA? Can you tell
De-
about that?
Definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be.
In my like time at Westminster, I did like work and travel twice. So I had some savings from that experience, and plus I was working at Akfa for 3 years. I had some savings too. And also when I quit Akfa, I didn't take vacation for 3 years, and legally they are obliged to like give you all money that you accumulated for your vacation. So I had that money too, and also it was like big fat bonus check from my boss as appreciation sign for all the good things I contributed to. So I already had like some sum of money, and plus I got my family support, like not big, like small portion. And then I started looking into still to the loans, because as you know, like as you said, education is really expensive. It's not only your like tuition fees. You need to pay like 3,500 for your medical bills. You need to have your accommodation, other things. So for your living expenses, you would be spending like, I don't know, like 2K, like not 2K, like 1,700 per month. And if you multiply by like 9 months, it will be big money. So I was looking into loan options, and the good thing, if you have a co-signer in the United States who is willing to take a loan with you, the rate will be lower. So I took some loan, not big, but like some like amount from the like my relatives who was in the United States. So we did like co-signer loan. Still, it was only for my first year. For the second year, I didn't have any money. So all my hope was I would do internship in the summer and get the internship money plus the signing bonus from BCG. That will be enough for my second year. So yeah, this is how I sponsored. There are other ways how you can do it. For example, one of my friends at Duke, he's also Uzbek. He got like full tuition scholarship, but still, after tuition, you need to spend like close like more than 20,000 per year. So in United States, you cannot work outside of school more than 20. Like you cannot work outside of school at all, and during your studies. And at school, you can work only like 20 hours per week, which is like school pays like $19, $18 per hour. So it's not a lot of money.
Yeah, that's interesting. Then basically you use a different types of strategies so that you can afford studying
Yeah,
education.
definitely. Like my old bet was like I will get the internship. Otherwise, for the second year, probably I would take like more loan. But it worked out well. So whenever you're applying, just make sure that you have all the money. Otherwise, you cannot work while studies. So taking the consideration at that point too.
Yeah, thanks about the advice and tactics you mentioned early on. And but still, also somebody also asked, and that's also interesting to me because I saw a lot of discussions about that too. In general, was MBA worth it? Like personally, financially, and professionally, like from three different perspectives. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think like all three perspectives, it was worth it. Personal, I feel like I wasn't that sure about my skills and abilities and how I communicate. Because once you're in the United States, you're expected to talk to strangers you don't know, like that I usually didn't do, and speak more comfortably. You have to sell yourself in a way like other people are interested in you, and you have like good conversations, and also have to talk with the people from totally different backgrounds. Some of my classmates are much older than me. As you know, like in the United States, the MBA programs average age is like 29, 30. When I got in, I was like only 26, and I have some classmates that are like 37, and it's kind of different environment, how to navigate those processes, and also like have to become a like better person, have to like learn to live American way, and also like have to better communicate, and what are the things that are important in your life. And also I think like MBA is good 2 years of break that you're going to have to think about life, what you want out of it, because once you are out, I feel like you will be stuck in your job like 24/7, and also like you will have your kids, you will have your mortgage, you have a lot of concerns in life, so like you don't have like a lot of time for yourself to think really like what you want out of life. So this is the personal portion. When it comes to the professional, I feel like it was totally absolutely worth it, because as I said, like I was working in Uzbekistan in a firm in a like corporate strategy. I was not making a lot. But once I was there, I had so many opportunities in a big firm that I could have imagined getting in from Uzbekistan. Like, for example, the BCG, like Eli Lilly's, healthcare companies, like Walmart's, like Marriott's, and others. So I got that opportunity. Now I feel like honestly, like I was making like 1,500 per month. Now I will be making like 190,000 per month plus bonuses, which is a really big improvement. And also, once you work at BCG, there will be a lot of like opportunities for you to apply to. So there are a lot of like exit opportunities in the big firms, like at the like higher positions, and also you can exit to the startups. You can start like do your own startup, and also maybe stuck in the BCG like and go into partnerships. So it's also very lucrative. So I feel like professionally it also paid off a lot. Then the last one was, can you remind me what was the last portion?
Yeah, actually, you may already have answered, which is financially, but
Yes.
yeah, it's huge ROI. That makes sense.
It is huge, but like there is a disclaimer. Like don't get really like encouraged by it, because I know a lot of people who are still looking for a job with a big loans. Job market in United States is not great now. I know so many people, like great people, still looking for a job, and they have like huge loans amounts they need to pay back. I know people who took like $100,000, $150,000 and still don't have a job, and they need to pay like 2K, 3K per month loans. So yeah, financially it's worth it if you find a job. Like otherwise, it will be really hard. So make those decisions and like try to like wait those like negative like strategies to like what happens if you don't get a job. So yeah, if it's worth it, like if you find a job. But overall, I feel like in the long term, still it's better than working in the United States, because in Uzbekistan, because in US the salaries will be much higher. But yeah, but still it's hard to find job.
Oh, yeah. Then we can say that there's still some people who are looking for a job and they got loan. And can we say you're an outlier or you're just a normal profile of the Duke MBA graduate?
For me, I think like I'm normal, like ordinary, probably due credit, because there are so many people who are getting into like good jobs. For example, usually I would say we are like 400 people in one MBA class, and 200 people do consulting, and out of 200, maybe like 60 people get the MBBs, the McKinsey, Bain,
Yeah.
BCG. It's like big consulting firms. So I feel like it's still big number. It's not like being outlier. I feel it's like expected to be like a bit higher than average, but I feel like it's still like it's ordinary. But besides, yeah, I feel like I did really good at school too. So I was on the dean's list last year and this year probably too. Like I was almost as close as getting like top 10% of the graduating class. I got unlucky by like 0.03 points in my GPA, so I couldn't get into that. But yeah, and I also got nominated to a lot of like awards end of the year. Now, if you come to Fuqua, you can see my big picture on the like hall, telling about like I won the principal award for the support foundation. So like my photo will be there like till January next year.
Yeah, basically you did a really great job during your MBA studies in general. And now, maybe because the time is limited, we can move on to consulting, which is also really interesting.
Sure.
And not many people know about consulting industry as a whole. Can you share actually what consultants do, what they do, how they create value, what's their job maybe look like? Maybe not many people know what they do actually.
Definitely, yeah. Consulting is created to help businesses to solve their hardest problems that they cannot solve in-house. So, for example, a lot of firms have their own like strategy, like groups, but still it's limited in size and they don't do like big projects. For example, let's say if you're a big company wants to like price your product, right? So you don't know how to price it. You call consulting companies and ask like, how should I price it? Or let's say you want to change your call center and to change it to the like Gen AI, like AI tools. You don't know, you don't have external internal capacity or like people who knows how to do it. So you need to rely on external knowledge, so the companies, so that you don't have to hire a lot of people. Once the project is done, you don't have to fire them. And another case might be they want to grow their revenue, but they don't know how. For example, airlines wants to grow their revenues, but they don't know what to do and what would be like best way. So they call the consulting firms. So consulting basically helps in a short term to create value that the companies cannot do on their own because of their limited resources and capacity. So I would put it like this. And it's not only companies nowadays do the consulting. A lot of governments also get helped by the consulting. For example, Emmanuel Macron won like elections after getting consulted by McKinsey. So McKinsey was helping a lot for the campaigns, and also we do a lot of non-profit consulting too for the people that we don't get money. So one of the projects that one of my friends was working was on the how to help distribute food for the homeless people in Dallas. It was a really big project. So one of the projects is like this kind of projects you also get.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And that's interesting. So they basically consultants create value, and especially they're really helpful if the business has no expertise in that field. And I feel like most of the consultants have finance backgrounds, or am I wrong? What's the general profile of the consultant?
I feel like
They
there
come
is
from,
no
yeah.
general background for consultant, because I remember in my internship we had different people. For example, one of them worked as a like English teacher, like in the United
Oh,
States. Another one was HR in India. The different one was like for what was it? Another person worked in oil drilling. He was engineer, so like he was engineer on field doing like oil drills, these kind of things. So a lot of people come from different backgrounds. So there is, I would say, no uh, like common background that you find. Like I have so many friends who are like nurses, doctors who transitioned to the consulting tool. So you can come from any background and still become a consultant. So mostly what they need is your critical thinking and how do you understand the business, how you think. So this is most important because you can learn other things quickly on the job.
okay. And you mentioned, about the term like MBB, which stands for McKinsey, Boston Consulting Group, and Bain, which are
Yeah.
the top three consulting companies in the world. And how did you get into, Boston Consulting Group? as an intern and then consulting as a consultant too later on. Can you share some of the tips that maybe the target audience would be somebody who is first or second year student at bachelor degree, or maybe third year student or about to graduate? How they can prepare for getting into Boston Consulting Group or Bain, or it can be McKinsey too if possible. Yeah,
Sure.
that would be helpful.
I feel like first you need to do your research. You should really understand what company stands for, and you should understand yourself. Because you will have coffee chats, you will have your resume drops, so you should understand what you want and why you want it. So do you want consulting just because it sounds cool, or because it works with XYZ companies, or it gives you access to certain things? So you should understand like why you need it first, and secondly, why they should hire you, what things you bring to the table. So anything specific from your background, anything that you did at school, any extracurriculars, or also, for example, if you did like internship somewhere, so it also counts. First, like understand like what you bring to the table, and then start to reaching out to people at those firms, because I know like a lot of them don't hire people unless they know the person. Especially in the United States, I don't know exactly how it works in Uzbekistan. I never applied, but still, what holds here, they want to know you first before giving the interview. So you need to reach out to them, you need to show what things you bring, you ask questions, you understand the business, and also uh, ask, sound smart. And once you have that thing, then they will start looking at your resume. So they will look at like, did you lead any clubs? Do you have any internships? Do you have like good grades? What kind of classes you take? Where do you study? These things are also really important. And then once you submit your resume, you start preparing for your like cases. Cases are really important. I've heard a lot of people fail a case portion. I particularly did like close to 70 cases before my first interview with the different people, and I also did like 20 on my own. So you can count like close to 90 cases that I did. So preparation always helps.
And you mentioned cases like doing 70 cases. Maybe not many people know what the case actually is. Can you
Yeah.
share how it looks like and how to prepare? Maybe any channels on YouTube or textbooks?
Yeah, definitely. So case is a brief simulation of what we will be doing at those firms. So the idea of consulting is you first get the idea, like the question from your client. You should understand it, ask questions, then you develop your day one answer and try to develop your framework how to solve it. Once you have your framework, you start analyzing the data. You want to start talking to people. You start finding like interpretations from those data, and you make your conclusions. So it is the same thing, but under 25 minutes, like 30 minutes. So first you will be given the prompt. So you listen to the prompt. You communicate with interviewer about what you think about the prompt, and you ask any clarifying questions at the beginning, so that you have your day one answer, your assumptions, and then you take like 2 minutes to prepare for your framework. So you develop a business solution for the problems that you have, and you tell the interviewer what kind of things are you going to do, like structurally. And then you start asking for the data for exhibits, and you start analyzing those exhibits, and then you brainstorm ideas, and you at the end deliver your recommendation, risks, and what are the next steps. So it's kind of brief summary of what you're going to do in your job, but in a show in a timely like manner. Yeah. And the resources I would recommend are like Rocket Blocks has really good both like YouTube channel and the website, so that you can like practice doing a lot of drills. And then I know at BCG, if you get the interview, they will give you access to the case coach. Case coach also is really good resource to prepare. And I feel like at Rocket Blocks, you will have access to the other people who are preparing. And on YouTube, there are so many resources. Just Google them. For example, Bain has. I like Bain videos on how to prepare for the interviews. So I watched a lot of them too. And Management Consultant has a podcast in which they do like weekly cases with people, and they give feedback on how they perform. So I also recommend that one.
Yeah, thanks. I think I will share those resources to the channel once interview ends. I found it on Google. Rocket Blocks, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. And so you worked before at Boston Consulting Group and as an intern. Can you share how it looks like working at one of the top companies in the world, and maybe working atmosphere and the people?
Yeah, like we were like 17 people in my intern class. There were like two people from Harvard, two people from UPenn, one person from Northwestern, one from Dartmouth, three from Duke, and also where were they? And like Chicago Bulls has like three people. It's number one school now in the like MBA, and also we had the University of Virginia, which is like top 10 in the world in the United States for the MBA. So and the lowest ranked was like UAA, so like Virginia. So they are really selective about the school. So if you want to get into BCG or like any other like big firms, you need to be at the like top school so that you have real chances. So once you get like into the top MBA program, your chances are really high. Then working there is like, as I've said, like there are a lot of like bright people. Like my manager, for example, he used to say he's the like dumbest person at BCG, but still he was so knowledgeable and he knew what he has to do. And I learned a lot from him and working with others. Our like partners like have so many years of experience, like with that come like from different perspectives, like from different backgrounds. The work itself is really like demanding in terms of like the hours. For example, we have a lot of accountability in terms of every day what you do. Every single day in the morning at 9 a.m. you will have your check-ins in which you will prepare your own plan for the day. You will discuss it with your manager and tell that what things are you going to do every day, and manager gives feedback on like what things are important, what things you shouldn't do, and also what things additionally should do. And at the end of the day, at like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., you do your checkout in which you will tell what things you worked on today, what things worked out well, what things are still pending, and then you will tell what things you will be doing during the night and evening. And manager again like gives you feedback about how it's going to be. And at the end of the week on Friday, you will send like big email to everyone saying, outlining what things you did over the weekend, what are the big findings, and also what you're going to do next week. So it's kind of big like accountability for you to have those things. And once you tell your manager what you're going to do during the day, you cannot have like a lot of free time for yourself, honestly, because I remember even for lunch breaks, we didn't have lunch breaks. You will order food and they will bring to your desk, and you're expected to eat and work, and you don't have your coffee breaks. It's really exhausting in terms of you have to deliver things during the day, and like you have like limited timelines, deadlines, so like kind of short deadlines. But there are so many resources you can learn. So you can reach out to anyone in the firm asking for the like case, like their feedback, and also they'll teach you their like frameworks, a lot of like trainings you'll get, and also you will have access to the past cases they did. And we have a lot. We had also a lot of tools, GenAI tools, to speed up our processes. And also had like it was in summer last year. I know like now they have even better tools to prepare slides, to discuss ideas, and also yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your day. Yeah, I heard it before too. Even I talked to some of the consultants in the Tashkent branch of Boston Consulting Group. They shared this, fast-paced atmosphere. You should be able to work under pressure, and I guess that's maybe how consulting actually looks like on a daily basis. And so my final question before we can wrap up the session, somebody asked it, and that's also interesting to me too. Will you or are you planning to come back to Uzbekistan after working there, or are you gonna stay in the US for a long term? Just
My
interesting.
plan for now, I feel like I need to still get the experience in the United States to learn from the best and have like enough experience there working with different firms. As you know, like the scale is totally different, and the projects that we are working in the United States are really, really different, and the clients are different, and the challenges will be different too. And also in the United States, like working culture, the people, like your colleagues are different. So I want to get really a sense of how it looks like, get the best practices here, and return maybe in couple years, maybe after like 3 4, after I have those experiences and those knowledge and connections, so that I can bring with me to Uzbekistan best practices. So my plan is for now to work there, to pay off my loan, get some like savings, and come back maybe after like 3 4 years.
Oh yes, 3 4 years actually. I was expecting like 10 years or maybe 8 years. And
You
yeah,
never know.
but
Yeah, for now, my plan is like 3 4 years at least.
yes, that also makes sense. And so, can you share your final words or advice to somebody who wants to work in US, and especially maybe the visa process? We heard that's really hard and tough for international students. And your final advice before we can finish our interview? Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like uh, my final word of advice would be just to believe in yourself, because I never imagined myself turn out like this. I grew up in a like small village in Fergana, and all I dreamed could be like studying at Westminster, maybe staying and living in Tashkent. I never had such a dreams of coming to the United States, working at big firms when I was a kid. But still, once I met people, I talked with them, I found a strength in me so that I can do that too. And the world is your oyster, so that you can accomplish whatever you can think of. So I started starting believing in myself more every year, every day, and now here I am. So I honestly I didn't imagine that I will get into Yale, for example, Duke, and other schools. And then still I applied, I got in. I failed so many times in my GMAT, like in my life too, but still I found strength to go on. And from my day one, I didn't think that I will get into BCG, honestly, but still I applied. I tried my chances. I got in. And when I started like my like internship, I also saw like, no, I'm not getting return offer. I'm a scam, so this won't work out. But still, tried to do my best. It worked out well, and also at school, knowing that I came from like Uzbekistan, I don't know a lot, but still I managed to be in a dean's list, getting like a lot of things accomplished. So I feel like if you believe in yourself and do your best, everything is possible, and just keep working on yourself, and like failures are like part of the journey. So
Yeah, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. I have taken so many notes about the MBA and consulting industry. I learned a lot, and so I and other subscribers also appreciate it. So thank you for listening, and yeah, see you next time. Thank
yeah,
you, Jahongir.
thanks for hosting me. Yeah, and for everyone who's listening, bye, and good luck to everyone.
Yeah, bye bye. Thank you.